Hostile mobs in Minecraft need to be fantasy creatures, which means that Mojang don't want to add any realistic sharks, even though these are suggested very often. They've also said that they will never add alligators or crocodiles, even though there was an alligator in the secret Chinese mob vote that you can learn more about in this video here. So watch that and subscribe! The secret Chinese Minecraft is full of different unique mobs, but there are even more mobs you've probably never even seen or heard of. So today we're looking at the unknown mobs that Mojang created and then removed from Minecraft. We're nearly at 1.2 million, so subscribe and let's find out which mobs you can't find in Minecraft anymore. Starting off with some of the weirdest secret mobs which are from Minecraft Earth. The game got shut down in June, leaving these mobs completely hidden and unobtainable. We've all seen the Iron Golem and Snow Golem before, but this is the Furnace Golem. When this absolute beast sees any hostile mob, its eyes burn and launch fire at the mob. It's based on the Blast Furnace, but you can't actually build this guy with one. Don't drop the Furnace Golem in water as they take damage, even though furnaces normally work underwater. It's also very dangerous to keep these guys around your build, as they tend to set things on fire. Snow Golems have a new type too, introducing the Melon Golem, which is really strange. Just like Snow Golems, you could shear off their head. This is what the melon would look like if Mojang let you carve them, which is honestly even more terrifying than the normal carved pumpkin. The Melon Golem rapidly fires melon seed projectiles at its enemies, instead of snowballs like their pumpkin brothers. The new golems are just the beginning, as another dangerous mob that Mojang added to Minecraft Earth was the Viola Witch. It was bigger than the normal witch with a lot more health and the ability to drink invisibility potions before attacking. Something a little less harmful is the group of 6 new rabbit types that Mojang added to Minecraft Earth but won't add to the main game. Most of them are just new skins, but the most interesting one is the Jumbo Rabbit. It's nearly 2 blocks taller as it actually drops rainbow wool when you shear it. You can craft this into rainbow carpet and even better, a rainbow bed. There are 7 more types of sheep that you've never seen too. You can't dye most of these new versions, but you can shear them. The most special is the horn sheep, which look amazing. You probably don't want to keep one of pets since they fall at the ground and then charge it, doing a few parts of damage. If you manage to defeat it, you'll get a horn item that does literally nothing. Speaking of pets, remember Dan TDM's skeleton wolf Grim? Well, Mojang actually turned it into a real thing on Minecraft Earth. You could hear its bones rattling when this undead dog walked around or shook its fur. They may look cute, but you can't tame them and they'll attack alongside normal skeletons, while howling to give other skeleton mobs a damage boost effect. Is that a skeleton spider? Yeah, that's right. Bone spiders were a thing too, and launched bone shard projectiles at you. They had double the health and could attack normally as well, making them much stronger. Their sounds were horrible compared to normal spiders, so it's no wonder that Mojang didn't want to keep these in the main game. Mojang also added 2 new zombie types, which are pretty deadly. This one's called the Mouldering Zombie and can climb up walls like a spider. The other is the Lobber Zombie, which, as the name suggests, throws rotten flesh projectiles at players. Both of these weird new zombies have differently shaped arms and new animations that the normal zombies don't have, which makes them very unique, but I'm still gonna kill them. Something nicer is the Minecraft version of a Christmas reindeer, the Jolly Llama, which Mojang added to Minecraft Earth to celebrate with. This type of llama eats ferns and then jumps around with joy, jingling its bells. Like the other mobs, there were more types of cow, burns and then jumps around with joy, jingling its bells. Like the other mobs, there were more types of coon that you could not obtain at all, with new pink flowers on its back. You've probably not heard of the rare Moolin, a light pink version of the Moo Bloom with pink daisies attached to its body. Speaking of mob votes, you probably remember the ones from Minecon and Minecraft Live, but there was another secret mob vote that was exclusive to Chinese players to promote the release of Minecraft China. The panda won the vote with 500,000 votes, but there were 4 other mobs which were the Chinese alligator, golden monkey, white-lipped deer, and the white dolphin. We could with the Chinese alligator, golden monkey, white-lipped deer, and the white dolphin. We could have had another species of dolphin roaming the ocean or monkeys with fruits. The biome votes that Mojang did over the years have shown mobs that are going to be added in the future. They confirmed ostriches and termites in savannas, frogs in swamps, and vultures in the Badlands biome. Remember this mob from the first ever vote? It was actually called the Wildfire and was added into the code of Minecraft Dungeons, but you can't find it in-game. When glitched in, it has 4 large shields and a pillar underneath its head. The Wildfire uses the texture of a normal blaze with a helmet. This is the Agent. It has no AI because this is from the Education Edition, where you're supposed to program it yourself. The Agent even has its own spawn egg with a red dot in the middle. It has its own inventory and can push pressure plates when instructed to move towards them. Since this is a secret mob, you could call it a secret agent. I deserve that. Ever wanted more types of villagers? No? Great! Education Edition also has 25 different new NPC villagers. There's a robot one in a hazmat suit, 5 bee ones, some doctors, and so many more. They have this little rainbow spawn egg as well. They're invincible and just kind of stand there and show you a message when you click them. Now that you've learned about the Education Edition mobs, there are also some more that were mentioned by Mojang but never added. When Notch announced that dragons were coming to Minecraft, he was talking about the Ender Dragon, but also mentioned the slightly less dangerous Red Dragons, which wouldn't destroy terrain when landing, allowing you to keep it as a pet. Jeb has said he thinks it will be added eventually, but who knows. Notch also mentioned adding hamsters in 2010, but he was only joking. Another developer more recently mentioned adding seals and orcas, but nothing has come of this just yet. Sea monsters were mentioned in 2010 as well, and even in the first ever mob modes. This would have pulled you down into the depths with its tentacle-like tongue. Even more recently, in April 2020, Dinnerbone said that a naked pigman bodyguard was going to be added, but that the feature got scrapped. Shulkers were originally going to camouflage with their surroundings, but this feature was cut as it was too hard for even Mojang to code. So there are loads of Minecraft mobs you've never seen. Thanks to Sip over. When you play Minecraft, you probably use all of these blocks in the wrong way. There are so many blocks, it's easy to forget some of their hidden uses. So subscribe and let's find out which blocks you can use in a brand new way. Number 1. You use doors to enter your house. Amateur. You can use that spare door left over from crafting as a way to scale a wall and save yourself a few blocks in the process. Place the door, jump while closing it, and then jump again. Now you're on top of the door and can finally reach your friend's diamond stash. You could even make a pretty elaborate entranceway that only people who know the trick will manage to get through. Number 2. When you're making banners in Minecraft, you probably make a few mistakes here and there. Don't worry though, because you can use a cauldron to clean off the top layer of a banner. If that's not enough, you can use cauldrons to hold potions and make up to 64 tipped arrows with a full cauldron in Bedrock Edition. This gives 21 tipped arrows per potion, which is way more than the 8 you get from crafting them normally. Just don't try to mix the potions. Number 3. If you've ever tried curing a zombie villager, you'll know that it takes quite a while. You can actually speed that up by placing iron bars nearby. Iron bars aren't just for building prison cells. You can use up to 14 iron bars in a 9-block cube around the villager. It normally takes 3 to 5 minutes to cure them, but 14 of these will roughly half the time if you're lucky. Beds also help out, so use those if you've got them lying around too. Number 4. One of the basic laws of Minecraft is that a cactus may never come into contact with another block. This is kind of annoying when you want to make a wall of cacti. Well, there's a loophole you can use to your advantage. By making snow layers, you can finally build your wall of cacti. Mobs can't spawn on blocks with 2 to 7 snow layers, so this is even more useful. Number 5. You make cakes and then eat them. Why not use them as a redstone component? You can measure how much cake is left using a comparator, or make the world's tastiest staircase by eating a slice from each cake. You can also attract pandas by dropping a cake on the floor, but make sure to pick it up before... Oh, no, they got it. Why do that when there's a 100% chance to fill a composter level by placing a cake inside? 8 cakes for 1 bone meal. I see this is an absolute win. Number 6. So you want to start a build out in the middle of the ocean, but you don't want to waste your blocks building a massive hole in the sea floor. The simple solution is a lily pad. You can easily place a block underneath or right on top. Mobs can't spawn on these things either. They're also great in composters, with a 65% chance of adding a layer. Way more efficient than a cake. Number 7. When you're bartering with piglins for ender pearls, your gold can run out way more quickly than you expect. 1 minute you have loads of ingots, and the next you're all out. That's why it's a shame that 1 block of nether gold ore only drops 2 to 6 gold nuggets. Or does it? You can get an entire ingot by mining the ore with a pickaxe and smelting it in a furnace. These will save you so much time in the nether and can be even more efficient than mining the regular overworld gold ore. Number 8. When you need your lights to turn on automatically at night, what do? Convert a daylight sensor with just 1 click, right? Wrong. This is terrible, as the weather can change the signal strength, and the maximum strength at midnight is 11 instead of 15. Use a simple NOT gate with a redstone repeater and torch to save yourself a lot of hassle when the lights don't come on in the rain. Also, don't waste your diamond pickaxe mining them. They break instantly with an iron one, or better. Number 9. End rods have a few hidden uses that are very exciting. No, not that. This. End rods can hold off gravity blocks when they're pointing upwards, but break them while they're on their side. This makes no sense. The torch can break them. It can be quite a nice use for end rods when you need to break some sand. You can also put one in your helmet slot and wear it like a unicorn horn. You'll need to use commands to access this secret, and the same command also works with bones, letting you hold them in your mouth. Number 10. You've seen how lily pads can be used for building on water, but what if you want to build something under the water? Like a submarine, underwater city, or giant pineapple? Well, like flex tape, scaffolding even works underwater. You can easily build up to the point you need to reach, place the block, and then destroy the entire tower in 1 hit. Scaffolding actually works in lava too in Java Edition, but I feel like that violates a few building site safety laws. Number 11. Observers have been in the game for quite a while now, but you probably didn't know some of the more exciting things you can detect with them. You can observe the opening of a barrel but not a chest, the activation of a dragon head, or when a log is removed from underneath up to 6 leaf blocks. Some of these could work great for traps or inventions. so you need to start using observers in more creative ways. Number 12. If you want to avoid certain mobs, running is only going to work for a little while. What you need is a disguise. The fun of having a mob head on your wall can wear off pretty quickly, so instead make it harder for that type of mob to spot you by wearing its head. This actually works. In fact, you can cut the mob's detection range in half, which is especially useful when dealing with skeletons, or put a cursive binding book on one to make someone look like a zombie until they die. Number 13. You've probably got a few redstone lamps lying around, but don't just use them for lighting. They're the only solid block that's totally invisible on maps, so you can try hiding a secret message underneath a few. I wonder what this one says. Oh, what? Who made this? Number 14. Air is classed as a block in Minecraft, and because of that, you might not be using it to its full potential. There are actually 3 types of air block. When you're building and come across a giant ravine or cave that's cutting through your plot of land, you can use the fill command to replace cave air with grass blocks and restore the natural terrain to what it would have looked like if the cave had never existed at all. Now you can save time terraforming the land and spend more time building your giant... Wait, no! Number 15. There are 52 types of slab in Minecraft, but even a whole decade after slabs were added, you still can't combine them. By setting the centre of the world border and shrinking it down, you can force a slab on top of another, but just using a piston. Slabs can also prevent silverfish infestations when you set up a base in a stronghold, since 2 slabs won't allow them to go inside. Number 16. The saddest block in the game is definitely crying obsidian, and it's even sadder that you're likely using it wrong. Instead of just using it to build a respawn anchor, why not use it as the world's most blast-resistant light source? Limit to light level of 10, which doesn't melt snow. Or put those purple tears to good use by making a weird alien cave. You can get back the old texture from 2011 by turning on the Programmer Arts texture pack. Not so sad after all, huh? Number 17. You don't want someone on your SMP coming to steal your stuff, do you? Wait. Right. The name's a lot, and nobody's getting in there without the right item. Yes, well this guy's gonna steal.
نعم.
They can even be filled with water if they're not finished. Use that while making all of the 12 million possible colors. Number 20. When you're building with diorite, it's possible that you're going to run out. So don't forget that you can use nether quartz with cobblestone to make even more. I don't know why you'd want to use diorite instead of quartz, but hey, at least I didn't tell you to use it to make granite. Number 21. After you've been living in your survival world for a while, your storage system will get out of hand. Don't craft thousands of chests to build a storage system with a chest for every block and item in the game. I'd never do that.
نعم.
You should be keeping it more compact by using shulker box. A double chest full of shulker boxes can hold up to 93,000 through up to 12 blocks. This means you save 1 shulker box for every block of item you can get. You likely already know that this meant that half the time you spent on items is in for water, boats, and more. There are actually some more hidden uses that you might not yet know. You can charge a respawn anchor. You can fill a glass bottle with honey or water. Gear your sheep with them. Equip saddles and horse armor. You can use fire charges to light TNT minecart.
Where's...
Possibilities are endless. You can also lock
Where's...
them when you do the chest. Number 23. When you need some firepower, TNT is always your best option. But when you just want to scare your friends, light it while crouching and the block will just set on fire. TNT can even work underwater if you place sand on top, or craft underwater TNT in the Invocation Edition. Yeah, blue TNT is a real thing. In a desert temple, once you've defused the trap, you can place one of the TNT in the corner and stand in a hole to blow up all 4 chests and loot them even more quickly. Number 24. Ladders are great for climbing, building, and smelting. When you're in a situation where you're using sticks to smelt, make ladders to make an extra block. They're also great for getting through bedrock. This trick works for any ceiling. Climb a ladder, throw an ender pearl, and jump. You're now on top of the roof. Good luck getting down. Ladders are also great for when you're underground. They stop lava from flowing, so keeping a few ladders in your hotbar makes you save time. Number 25. Out of all of my blocks, one of the best storing food is the hay bale. You might not know that you can use them for music. That's right, note blocks on hay bales make banjo sound. Another hidden use for a hay bale is that when underneath a campfire, they will increase the smoke height from 10 blocks to 25. The hay bale won't burn out and will make the campfire into a better beacon than, well, a beacon. Number 26. You sleep in your bed. Who needs to sleep when you can do a manhunt yourself lunch instead. Getting into a bed while falling will remove all fall damage. That is until you wake up, when every bone in your body will suddenly shatter. Beds blow up in the nether, as we all know, but this can also be used to your advantage. Place it in a portal that you can't light, and blow it up to relight it. Number 27. You can use the sea to make lime dye using a furnace instead of going to buy cacti and bone meal. Speaking of bone meal, you can only bone meal sea pickles on coral, and the bone meal just gets wasted if you try it anywhere else. Gonna need 8 more cakes, please. 4 sea pickles are even priced for the torch, making them great for underwater lighting while you mine some coral. They're so great, I even turned myself into a pickle. Funniest block I've ever seen. Number 28. Is the moon a block? I mean, it's a cube, so I guess it counts. You can use this floating block of cheese when you've been mining underground for a few days. Being day, the moon takes some changes. But once you return from an expedition or emerge from your underground trip, you can see exactly how many days you left your precious dog alone. Number 29. Whether you're clearing out an underwater area for your new secret base, or you've decided to drain an ocean monument, you'll probably want to use some sponges. But if you've ever smelted a sponge to dry it out, you're actually doing it wrong. Keep a nether portal nearby, because sponges always dry out instantly in the nether. This method will save you so much coal in the long run. Number 30. After making a tunnel in the nether, you've definitely got too much of this stuff left over. It's a pretty ugly block, but don't let it go to waste. Use netherrack to make nether bricks by smelting it. Nylium also spreads onto netherrack when you use bone meal, allowing you to grow more huge mushrooms and huge fungi. Number 31. We all know that the fastest way to get around is to skate on a blue ice pathway, but what you might not know is that you can use blue ice to generate more blocks. Place it next to lava that's on soul soil, and you'll get basalt for free. You can turn this into polished basalt, or just use it for building. Basalt is quicker to mine than cobblestone, so this is way more efficient.
The 4 items are